is 70% water.
Imagine a conflict unlike any other. The world's most powerful military is an unstoppable war machine against its quiet northern neighbor. The United States Armed Forces versus Canada. A nation of peace standing against a juggernaut of war. Could Canada hold the line? Could its forces withstand the sheer power of the American military? The answer is as clear as the roaring afterburners of an F-22 Raptor. Today, we break it all down. The numbers, the strategy, and how this hypothetical war would unfold. And trust me, once you see the sheer difference in military power, you'll understand why this battle wouldn't just be one-sided. It would be over before it even began. So before we dive in, let me ask you, do you think Canada could stand a chance? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this is going to be a wild ride. The numbers game, a colossal mismatch. Wars are won through strategy, but numbers matter. And when it comes to raw military strength, the United States operates on an entirely different level. Personnel. The U.S. military boasts a staggering 1.3 million active troops, backed by another 800,000 reservists. Canada, just 65,000 active personnel and 30,000 reservists are barely a fraction of America's manpower. Budget. The U.S. spends over $800 billion per year on defense, more than the next 10 countries combined. Canada's defense budget, a mere $26 billion. Equipment. The U.S. possesses over 13,000 aircraft, the world's largest navy, and nearly 6,000 nuclear warheads. Canada, a small fleet of aircraft and no nuclear arsenal whatsoever. This isn't just an advantage, it's total and complete military dominance. Air supremacy. The U.S. owns the skies. The first battlefield in any modern war is the sky, and here the United States reigns supreme. The U.S. Air Force fields nearly 2,000 fighter jets, including the cutting-edge F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II. These aircraft are stealthy, fast, and designed to win air battles before the enemy even knows they're there. Canada's Air Force? Just 75 aging CF-18 Hornets older jets that would be outgunned, outmaneuvered, and eliminated within hours. With U.S. fighters dominating the skies, Canada's air defenses would be neutralized almost immediately. No dogfights, no prolonged air battles, just one overwhelming strike after another. The result? Total U.S. air superiority before Canada could even mount a defense. The naval war, a one-sided battle. If the air war is bad for Canada, the naval battle is even worse. The U.S. The Navy isn't just the strongest in the world, it controls the oceans like an iron fist. The U.S. operates 11 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers. Canada, 0. The U.S. fields over 90 destroyers and cruisers, backed by nuclear submarines that prowl the depths unseen. Canada, just 12 frigates designed for peacetime patrols, not full-scale warfare. In a head-to-head naval battle, Canada wouldn't just lose, it wouldn't even be able to put up a fight. Ground warfare, the overwhelming force. Even if Canada could somehow hold its skies or seas, the ground war would be just as one-sided. The U.S. Army has 485,000 active troops. Canada, just 23,000. The U.S. fields nearly 5,000 battle-ready M1 Abrams tanks. Canada, 82 Leopard tanks. The U.S. military is backed by thousands of armored vehicles, state-of-the-art missile systems, and logistics that can sustain wars for years. If American forces crossed the border, there would be no stopping them. Canadian troops, brave, disciplined, and highly skilled, would have no choice but to fall back, retreat, or surrender. This wouldn't be a battle. It would be an unstoppable advance. Special forces and intelligence. The decisive edge. Wars are no longer just fought with tanks and fighter jets. The modern battlefield is shaped in the shadows where elite special forces, cyber warfare, and intelligence operations decide the outcome before the first bullet is even fired. And in this domain, the United States holds an overwhelming advantage. The might of U.S. Special Forces. The U.S. boasts the most battle-hardened and highly trained special forces in the world. From the Navy SEALs, legendary for their daring missions behind enemy lines, to Delta Force, the elite counterterrorism unit specializing in high-risk operations. Then there are the Green Berets, masters of unconventional warfare, and the Marine Raiders, a force trained to strike fast and deep into enemy territory. These units have been deployed in countless conflicts from the mountains of Afghanistan to the deserts of Iraq, executing missions that shape the course of history. Their experience, cutting-edge technology, and ability to operate in any environment make them nearly unstoppable. Cyber warfare, the invisible battlefield. Before an enemy even realizes they are under attack, the U.S. Cyber Command can dismantle their defenses. Critical infrastructure, communication networks, power grids, crippled in an instant. Cyber warfare is the new frontline, and America is leading the charge. In modern warfare, a nation that controls the digital space controls the battlefield. The U.S. has developed advanced cyber weapons capable of disabling enemy missile systems, shutting down command centers, and even launching counterstrikes without a single soldier crossing enemy lines. The intelligence machine, seeing the enemy before the war begins. While special forces and cyber warriors execute missions, intelligence agencies like the CIA and NSA ensure that the U.S. always has the upper hand. The CIA operates in the shadows, gathering information, destabilizing adversaries, and even influencing global events to serve American interests. Meanwhile, the NSA monitors global communications, intercepting signals from enemy nations, exposing their weaknesses and ensuring that the U.S. knows its opponents better than they know themselves. This intelligence dominance allows the U.S. to predict enemy movements, prevent attacks, and strike with precision, often before the world even realizes what's happening. The outcome, the inevitable victory. At the end of the day, wars aren't just about numbers. They're about overwhelming force, superior technology, and global reach. Strategy, logistics, and firepower decide the fate of nations. For over a century, the United States has not just fought wars, it has mastered them. From the battlefields of Europe to the deserts of the Middle East, from the Pacific Islands to the skies above, America has refined the science of conflict like no other nation in history. What do you think? Is there any scenario where Canada could hold its own? What do you think would happen if this war ever became a reality? Drop a comment below and let's discuss. And if you love military analysis, hit that subscribe button because we've got plenty more battles to break down. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.